So in light of the most recent Blizzard Overwatch cinematic, I want to talk a little bit about Soldier 76 and his lore. The cinematic was fine as a standalone, but things get better if you know what's going on behind the scenes, aka the lore. On the surface, Soldier 76 is your run-of-the-mill hero. Nothing too cool or flashy about him, but he's just good at what he does, which is kill it. Like when I first saw him, I was like, whatever, you know, you got your cool visor thing, big gun, blow-up gun, healing, you know, it's just normal stuff. He's like, you see him in the tutorial, he's literally the starting character of the game. So that gives off really basic vibes. So when most people are looking at Soldier 76, they think, whatever, nothing special, no spice. Especially when looking at the cinematic, you're like, okay, he's shooting, pew pew, pow pow, beat up bad guys, whatever, what's going on? But let's look a little bit into his background, so we can see how Blizzard puts the cool in subtlety. Suculbity. That didn't work. This guy was your classic hard-working American man. At 18, he wanted to join the military. He wanted to go fight for a while and then come back and then work on a farm. He's pretty, still pretty run-of-the-mill. But because he was so good and stuff, like good at shooting and whatever, the military was like, hey, hold up, don't go home yet, because we got some things to talk to you about. And they got him in some kind of soldier enhancement program. I mean, at this point, you're pretty much skirting on Captain America territory. Your normal American hard-working man wants to join the military and serve his country, but he's too good at what he does, or he's got like a lot of passion, and so they make him into a really good one. Whatever. This soldier enhancement program that Soldier 76 was put through made him like really strong, really fast. He's basically perma-buffed. So this Omnic crisis was going on, and him and a couple of other augmented soldiers went and tried to go fight them, and that was, you know, that was going on, whatever. Eventually, Overwatch was formed, and a lot of the augmented soldiers joined to that force. Overwatch. This included two important characters, Morrison, Soldier 76, and Gabriel Reyes, also known as Reaper. So Soldier 76 and Reaper came good old buddies. They kind of hung out all the time, you know, friends. They liked each other, like killing people, and they liked each other, and, you know, they got along pretty easily because of that. Reyes ended up being the leader of Overwatch in the beginning, but after a period of time, Morrison took the lead. People loved him. He was great, like, seriously, Captain America material. Can't be hated. Super hot. He got all the goods. Pretty much because he was the perfect leadership material, the UN made him the first official commander. And Reyes got demoted. This pissed off Reyes. Like, that's kind of it. Like, Reyes is like, nah, I don't want to be the best that there ever was. And after Overwatch being a thing for a while and the Omnic crisis not being a thing for a while, people got kind of pissed at Overwatch because it was whatever. Who was watching the Watchmen or something? After a bunch of allegations towards Overwatch, they pretty much fell apart, and Reyes comes in and rebels against Overwatch. Him and Reyes and Morrison fight, and they get into a big old fight. Oh no, I broke one. So long story short, the Overwatch facilities blew up and everybody thought they were dead. Specifically, Morrison, Soldier 76. But you see, Morrison's body was never recovered from the scene. So everybody thought he was dead, but really, he just ran away. So like a couple of years later, things are going down. A couple of crappy corporations like Comcast and stuff are getting attacked by somebody called Soldier 76. Nobody really knows the real name of this Soldier 76, but we know, dear viewer and I, we know what's going on. It's Morrison. It's been Morrison all along, acting as some kind of vigilante against the bad peeps of the world to help out the good peeps. Or it's like something personal. I actually don't know that much. So people who ran into this dude were like, gosh, he's so fast, he's so strong. It's like he was trained in the military or something. And then like the military did some science experiments on him, and that was really that could have made him really strong or something. Kind of like Captain America, but it was for another guy in a video game. Suspicious. Hey, did we ever find that body of that Morrison guy? So this part of the story is like pretty cool, you know. His lore is kind of interesting. He's got like this background where he interacts with other Overwatch characters, and he's like the leader and stuff, and he's like, everybody loves him. Basically, seriously, Captain America. But the point isn't that the lore alone is cool. The point is that when you're considering the lore while looking at other things relating to Soldier 76. For example, in the cinematic, he's like, oh, it's hard to kick old habits. When he saves that little girl, it's because he's like, because he used to be a good guy, and now he's like a vigilante that only punishes the good, bad, but does nothing for the good. But he still can't shake that habit because he's like, used to be a really good guy, so, you know, that's actually pretty cool. In the cinematic, if you were just watching it without knowing the lore, you'd be like, oh, it's just Soldier 76. He's beating up some bad guys. But now, you're like, oh, he's beating up bad guys because vigilante, because he thought he was dead. And now he's like working on his own and, you know, these guys. It's really cool. And she's like, oh, hey, you're one of those heroes, aren't you? And he's like, not anymore. But now you're like, oh, hey, I know why. It's like super cool. I love that they did that. Like, Blizzard could have been super obvious about it and just did his lore, but in video cinematic format. But instead, they told this story that hinted towards his lore. It was still entertaining for anybody who didn't know the lore, but it was extra juicy for people who did. And it's not only the cinematic, it's in-game stuff too. Like, here's a specific favorite one of mine. When McCree kills Soldier 76 in the game, he says, "Thought I saw a ghost." Because he used to be, like, dead, or people thought. And that, like, gives it so much more meaning. I think the sniper, Black Widow, like, when she kills him, Soldier 76, she's like, "All legends must fall." God, because he's, yeah, you know, I mean, you get it. Or, like, when May kills him, like, May kills Soldier 76, she's like, amazing. Because May is the best, and nobody should question that. Anyway, that about sums up everything. Soldier 76, neat guy, but way better when you know the lore. I hope Blizzard continues to expand on the lore of this game, because it's really, really cool and very interesting. I'm super into it. Really looking forward to more of their stuff. I hope you cuties like this video. I'm working on another video right now. I hope to get that one out like next week-ish. See you then. Peace.